I go.
You see here
He
alone.
didn't want you.
Like, that's crazy.
He said, I don't want you. He said in your face.
Yeah, but you're my mom at the end of the day. Like, you were supposed to choose your child. You still chose the
I'm
nigga.
gonna choose who I choose.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna take care of who I take care of. I'm gonna choose who I choose.
I'm grown. He wanted me, not you. I'm sorry that he don't want you. That's all she kept saying. And I was hurt, like real dong hurt. Like damn, like I thought we were supposed to be on the same team, but it really backfired that you really would do me like that. He had pushed me on the ground, and I think he had blacked out. And he was like, "Nah, F this," and he had hit me in the eye.
This man had 2 generations in a chokehold, got Mama blocking and unblocking him like she's checking her ex's Instagram at 2 a.m. And baby girl over here with a black eye that looks like a soccer ball mistook her face for the goalpost because her brother attacked her over a burger. Not even a good burger. A microwave burger. Sir, the beef was already dead. You didn't have to commit a hate crime over it. And the wildest part? The whole family sent her threats for posting what Mama said. They're not mad about the betrayal. They're mad about the evidence. It's giving, we don't call CPS in this family, we call it snitching. So buckle up, because this mess has more drama than a love and hip-hop reunion special filmed in a therapist's office. Alright, so this is Kawai. That's what her family calls her. She's a young woman who worked with a guy. They started talking, things were looking good. Until this man came up with a plan so ridiculous, it should have been a red flag visible from space. But before we get into how this all collapsed, Kawai needs y'all to understand something first. Because people keep saying this is about her being jealous over some man. Let her tell you what this is really about.
So y'all, apparently my mom wants to like get her side of the point out there, and she went up to the place where the person is at, trying to get his side of the story out, blah blah blah. At the end of the day, you guys, like I said in this video, I never cared if he wanted my mom or chose my mom after me, in the sense of that I never gave 2 flying. It was what my mom said in the video and what she kept saying. She kept throwing it in my face over and over. My story never changed. So at the end of the day, most of the people know the story before it had hit the internet. So they can say whatever they want to say. It's not going to change how I feel. It's not going to change my story. It's not going to do none of that. I don't care. She could go up to the place, talk to him about it. His name is not being mentioned. He's not getting no clout off of me. He's not getting none of that off of me. I didn't want his name to be mentioned because he is irrelevant in this topic. The only part is I'm more concerned and more mad about is I had asked my mom to block the person. She had called my phone and told me, oh, he wanted me. That was the whole situation. If my mom really did block the person, she could have called my phone and been like, yeah, I blocked him. But no, she egged it on and said a lot of stuff. At the end of the day, I don't need the threats sent to my brother. That's wrong. I understand what my brother did. He did apologize and said what he said. We went our separate ways, but the threats don't need to be called for, and the threats sent to my mom don't need to be called for. But at the end of the day, what she said in the video is what made her seem wrong. So I don't want to hear anything else. I don't care. If he wants to get on his side and tell his side of the story, he can. It doesn't change my side of the story. I'm going to continue to say what I said. At the end of the day, my story never changed. Point blank. First and foremost, this is not how that went down. Second of all, I was talking to the man first. He decided he wants to talk to my mom because at first he told me that he wanted my mom's number to talk to my mom about me. My mom talked to him sexually, and that is the reason why he decided to talk to my mom in the first place. There's more to that story than just that. That's not why I was crying. And it wasn't even the fact that he chose my mom after he was talking to me. It's the principle that that's my mother, and you would still communicate with a nigga that was still trying to talk to your child in the first place. Because if I was a child, if I was a parent and that was my child, that nigga would have been cut the off the first time he talked to my damn child. There wouldn't be no questions about it. Point blank, period.
See? She said, I never gave 2 flying fucks about who he chose. This ain't about being jealous over a man. This is about your mother competing with you like y'all are on The Bachelor. But here's where I need y'all to pay attention. because baby girl made some choices that we gotta discuss. She gave her mama this man's number and sat in the room while they talked for 2 hours. So before we point all the fingers at mama, let's see how this train wreck got started. Watch this.
Alright, I'm gonna do part 1. My eyes is a little sensitive to light, so that's why I have shades on. This might be multiple videos because I think I barely got space on my phone. So to start off, me and this guy worked together. We were talking and stuff like that. We kissed, we did all that, blah, blah. My mom knew about it because I would be on the phone with the guy while she was in the car and stuff like that. My mom knew about it. And I would tell my mom that he was saying, like, he would say stuff to say stuff about her. And I'd be like, Mom thought it was iffy a little bit. She was like, do you think he liked me or something like that? And I thought it was iffy like that because I even questioned him. I was like, do you like my mom or something, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, if I liked your mom, I would go with your mom type shit. That's what he said. Alright, so me and him been talking for like months or whatever. We were talking for months. And then all of a sudden he tells me that, oh, he wants to put his dad on with my mom. His dad on with my mom. And I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh, alright. What gets me heartbroken the most is because he did say something slick, and I was like, my mom would never do me like that, blah, blah, blah. My mom would never do me like that. This is why I'm more hurt. Y'all, I'm not hurt on the fact, even after he talked to me and decided to go after my mom, I'm not hurt on that. I'm more hurt on the fact that I asked my mom to block him, and he couldn't. So back to the story. So basically, we were talking and stuff like that. He said he wanted to put my mom on with his dad. So he asked to speak with my mom to talk about his dad and me. So my mom asked him, the motherly questions like you're supposed to ask, like, are you in school? Like, do you got a job? Have you ever been to jail? All types of stuff, y'all, that a parent is supposed to ask, right? Well, that escalated real fast while I was in the room. She switched the conversation over to basically herself and talked to him sexual and asked him more in deep questions that I don't think that should have been even asked in the first place. So as I'm listening to this and stuff like that, okay, I'm a little iffy about it, but I'm like, okay, well, my mom's letting me hear it, so I'm thinking we on the same team, same page, whatever. So then after the conversation was done, it was hours. Like, the max I say was 2 hours that they were talking and I was in the room for. He was done speaking to my mom, and he was like, I really like your mom's energy. Yeah, I definitely want to put your mom on with my dad and stuff like that. Me, I'm not really thinking nothing of it because it's like, okay, that's what you want to do. Or, well, that's what my mom want to do. Okay, well, whatever. He asked for my mom's number. I ain't gonna lie, I was more iffy on giving the number up. I even asked my mom, I was like, he asked for your number and stuff like that. And my mom was like, that's up to you. And yeah, I was like, because he wants the dad to get your number. Blah, blah, blah. I was a little iffy about it because I even let him know. I was like, I don't really know. He was like, look, it's not going to be nothing. I just want her number to get to my dad, blah, blah, blah. So my dumb self, I ain't going to lie, I was kind of a little dumb for it. I gave it up. I did. When I gave up the number, we were still on the phone. The next day that happens, he told me that his dad was calling him because, he gave the number up to his dad. His dad was calling him, blah, blah, blah. Find out that he was on the phone with my mom, and he told my mom that, I don't want you to have my dad. I don't want you to have my dad and stuff like that. My mom told me that's what he said and stuff like that. And I'm looking confused, like, what the flip? So, whatever. So my mom let me use her car because I had to drive to school because I was in college and I had to go pick up my sister. So while I went and did that, I'm going to go make part 2 for that. Okay, I'm going to start answering some of y'all questions. No, we was not sleeping with the same man. I was talking to this guy first, and he decides that he wants to talk to my mom because he wanted to give his dad my mom's number. So all of a sudden, okay, I'm not thinking nothing of it. My dumb ass wasn't thinking nothing of it, whatever. They get to talking, and they supposed to be talking about me. But they're not talking about me. My mom switched the conversation to, sexual a little bit. She was talking to him like that, and he started to fall for that shit. I'm listening to every fucking thing they're saying, every thing they are saying, every single thing they are saying. And then all of a sudden, he calls me, and he was like, "Can I get your mom's number from my dad, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, I thought about it, and I was a little iffy on it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he gets the number, calls my mom up. The whole time he telling me, "Oh, I'm on the phone with my dad, blah, blah, blah. I'm on the phone with my dad." He was never on the phone with my dad. He was on the phone with my mother. He was on the phone with my mother. And then my mom puts us on 3-way calls and stuff like that. She decides to put us on a 3-way call, and she was like, tell her that you want me and that you don't want her, blah, blah, blah. Tell her. I'm looking like, you know what? I'm yelling at him, going crazy, yelling at him, barely letting the man speak. And my mom was like, let him speak. And in my head, I'm looking like, the flip. Like, why am I even letting him speak? And why we even, like, I feel like this was a little entertaining. But at first, I was with it because the 3-way and stuff like that, because I wanted to know, like, what the hell's going on. But I started thinking about it. It was like, why were you even talking to him sexually in the first place if you were only supposed to talk to him about me? All right, this is part 2. So, like I said, I was in the car driving to school, blah, blah, blah. My mom was communicating me back and forth, letting me know what he's saying and stuff like that. She calls my phone up and she was like, Kawhi. I don't know if this was entertaining to her a little bit, but yeah. She calls my phone like, Kawhi, this is what he's saying to me. He's saying this, he's saying that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So then I say, you know what? I'm blocking him. I had blocked him. My mom's like, nah, don't block him because he's going to call your phone. And if you block him, now he's going to know that me and you was talking and basically was trying to set it up, like knowing what type of plan he was on. I'm like, okay, so I unblocked him. He called my phone. He was like, why you ain't answer, blah, blah, blah. I was calling your phone. The reason why I answered is because he was blocked. So I was so heated. I was like, you know what? I said, do you like my mom or something? I said, I already know you like my mom or something like that. He was like, you're not even letting me talk. Let me explain. You're not even letting me talk. You let me explain. Blah, blah, blah. So he said, you know what? Yeah, I like your mom. He hung up on me. And then all of a sudden, I told my mom, I was like, I didn't even let him speak. I didn't even want to hear it no more. Real talk, I really didn't want to hear it no more. So then my mom was like, hold on. She calls me up and told me more stuff that he was saying. Then she puts us on 3-way. We was on 3-way multiple times. I think we was on 3-way about 4 times, y'all. So she puts us on 3-way. As we're on 3-way, me personally, I didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. I'm going off getting mad as hell at him. So I'm screaming, yelling. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. He was like, you're not even letting me talk. My mom was like, Kawhi, come on. Calm down. Let him speak. My brother heard it. And I'm looking like, I'm confused on why you even want me to let him speak in the first place after what he just said. There's nothing you could really say to me type shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. So whatever. Yo. So that's what we were talking about. Blah, blah, blah. We got off the phone. And in my way, I'm like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what's going on here. Because, like, after I said I was going to block him, I feel like that should have been the end of it. But just because it kept egging on, that was a whole situation. So I'm already heard about the situation. I called my uncle up, let my uncle know what was going on and stuff like that. Like, I had been told my uncle about this person. That's the funny part, because the person has the same name as my uncle. And I did tell my uncle about this person before all of this shenanigans went down. My uncle was like, anybody with his name, you kind of really need to stay away from type stuff, whatever, because, yeah, how he was. So, yeah, I'm more crying in the car because I'm like, damn, like, is this really what it is, like, after all of this, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, my mental is already getting drainedly down because it's like, it's really like, damn, like, this is somebody, like, I'm supposed to trust. I trust the both of you. And I'm like, I already told this man my mom would never do me like that. So now it's already making it seem, because I did tell my auntie this too. I was like, I told this man that my mom would never do me like this, never do me like this. And now it's backfiring in my face like, yes, she would. So I went to go pick up my sister. As I was done talking to my uncle, I drove to pick up my sister. I'm already heated in my head about the situation. Drove to pick up my sister. I waited on her. And after everything was done, said and done, I called my mom up and I was like, all right, after this is done, I said, "Kid, you block him." My mom was like, why? I was like, when you ask me to block somebody, I always do it. Like, and then she was like, yeah, you're right. She thought about it, said, yeah, you're right. She sent me a screenshot of her blocking him. In my heart, my body, and soul, I could not believe it. I felt in my body, heart, and soul that she sent me a block screen and went back and unblocked him. That's how I felt. So I kept calling her phone. I was like, Mom, did you really block him? Blah, blah, blah. Like, did you, like, stuff like that. So after she blocked him, I called his phone. I was like, you can leave my mom alone, blah, blah, blah. We don't want you. She don't want you. She would never get to you. I don't know. In his head, he was iffy or lost his brain cells or something. I don't know. But he was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. So right then and there, I already knew. He was like, what are you talking about? He calls my mom phones up, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I heard everything that was said and stuff like that. You think you're slow. I heard everything you said. You're not none of that. You think my mom doesn't want you. My mom doesn't want you. She doesn't want you. I'm thinking me and my mom on the same page. Real thinking we're on the same page. And he was like, no, what are you talking about? So he calls my mom up, tells my mom everything that I was saying. Tells my mom everything that I was saying, like, she don't want you, blah, blah, blah. My mom calls my phone up. And she was like, she was like, oh, why did you tell him that you was in the room? Blah, blah, blah. Right then and there, I already knew. But before she even did that, she had called me. She was like, Hawaii, I would never do you like that. You're my daughter, this and that. That escalated real fast because I had to get my uncle involved and was like, this is what she's doing. I asked her to block him. She's not even doing it. My uncle called her. She called my phone talking about, you're my daughter. I would never put a man before you, blah, 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 whatever. So back to that, she calls my phone. She was like, why did you tell him that you were in the room? Why did you tell him? I was like, I thought he was supposed to be blocked. She was like, well, he wanted me. He wants me now. He wants me. He don't want you. And I'm more hurt. Like, are you serious? I was like, what? Like, he told me everything he told me. He's telling you the same thing. So why didn't you just block him? She was like, well, I'm grown. He wanted me, not you. I'm sorry, and he don't want you. That's all she kept saying. And I was hurt, like, real dong hurt. Like, damn, like, I thought we were supposed to be on the same team, but it really backfired that you really would do me like that. So we were going on and for days about this. And she just kept bringing it back in my face, talking about he don't want you and stuff like that. Then after, like, during the hurricane, I'm going to make another part.
Hold on. Let me make sure I understand what we just heard. This man told Kauai he wanted to hook his dad up with her mama. That's already a pyramid scheme, not a dating strategy. Mama was supposed to ask basic questions like, do you have a job? You been to jail? Normal mama interrogation. But instead, Mama switched it to herself and started talking sexually while her daughter sat right there. Then this genius gave her mama the man's number thinking, it's for the dad situation. Baby girl, that's like handing a crackhead your wallet for safekeeping. Then Mama told her, don't block him because he'll know we were talking. Ma'am, why does that matter unless you were scheming? And then, Mama put them on three-way. Calls 4 different times like she's hosting a conference. At this point, just start a podcast called Family Dysfunction Hotline, now taking callers. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for what Mama said when Kawhi begged her to just block this man and choose her daughter. Watch this.
Wait, you see here
He didn't
alone?
want you.
Like, that's
He
crazy.
said, I don't want you. He said in your face.
Yeah, but you're my mom at the end of the day. Like, you were supposed to choose your child. You still chose the
I'm
nigga.
gonna choose who I choose.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna take care of who I take care of. I'm gonna choose who I choose. And the nigga chose me, I'm gonna choose the nigga. And when I choose not to be with that nigga, I choose not to be with that nigga. I'm not gonna put that nigga over my kid.
That's basically what you just did. You literally basically did that. You basically did that over a guy. Our whole relationship failed because of one person. Like, all I asked you was to block the person. I asked you to block. Mom, well, you could have just...
want you. He said in his face, I don't want you. How stupid can you be? He said,
But as my mom, like, damn, you could at least block and say, you know what, you were talking to my child. I would not talk to you. Like,
I'm
what?
gonna talk to whoever I want to talk to and how I want to talk to you. That nigga disrespected you.
And you kind of disrespect me too, because you're my mom. Like, you were supposed to be on my side, but you stood on that man's side. Like, what? You called him up. You called him up and told him to choose you. Like, what?
Stupid. You stupid. The nigga said in your face, I don't want you. Said it right in front of everybody. I don't want you.
Yeah, you called him up too.
He
like,
said,
what?
I don't
And then
want
you
you.
stayed on the phone.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you called him. I said, yeah, I could do what I want to do. And you picked up the phone and called him. And Brandon and them said, don't do it. And you did. And you did it. And when you picked up that phone, I told him exactly what I said. You was a stupid one for doing that. Even Brandon said, don't do that shit. Brandon told you not to do it. You did it. Over a nigga. And for a nigga to make you change like that.
I didn't even change. My mom made me change. What do you mean? You literally chose a guy over me. I asked you to block. Bro, you keep talking about he chose you. I'm talking about my mom. I'm not talking about the guy. I don't care who he chose. I'm not worrying about who he chose. I'm talking about you. I didn't care who he chose. You chose him, basically.
He chose me. If I chose him, he'll be with me today. I ain't choose that mother. If I chose him, he would be here today. I never chose him. And he know that shit. That's why he went to you. He went to you because I said I didn't want his ass. That's why he went to you. And when I found out he was with you, I said, you stupid for doing that. He said, I told him in his face I would never do that. And you went right on running it back to him. And you got to throw in my face, you're mad because I him.
I didn't even say it because you literally said, because you said if I wanted to mess around. Like, who says that?
And guess what?
Who says that?
I don't even have words. He wanted me, not you. That's what a mother says to her child. Ma'am, you didn't win. You both lost. The prize was a man who lied about his daddy to infiltrate your family. That's not a catch. That's a scammer with bad credit and worse game. Mama stood there saying, I'm gonna choose who I choose, like she's picking fruit at the grocery store, not destroying her relationship with her daughter. And here's the thing, I'm not dragging Mama without acknowledging the context. This woman's husband shot her 9 times, then took his own life. She probably hasn't had a man tell her she's pretty since the Bush administration. So when this young dude started dropping honey in her ears, telling her she's beautiful, probably sending "Good morning, Queen" texts at 6 a.m., Mama ate it up. I get it. But understanding it doesn't excuse it. You're competing with your child. And baby girl, you gave Mama that number, sat through a 2-hour flirt session, and now you want her to do a factory reset like you didn't install the program yourself. Everybody in this story made terrible choices. But we're just getting started, because we haven't even gotten to the brother who gave her that black eye over ground beef, or the family who sent death threats for her posting the truth. So we just watched Mama choose a man over her daughter and rub it in her face for days. But that black eye we mentioned at the beginning, that's a whole separate violation. Because while all this Mama drama was happening, Kawhi's brother decided to give her hands over the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard. I need you all to watch this and tell me if I'm tripping, because this cannot be real life.
Yo, this is only going to be part one on what happened to my eye. Part 2 will be on my mom's situation. I'm not really ready to speak on that right now. So, yeah. So, basically, I did a double yesterday, and I came home. My brother said that he made everybody burgers, and mine was in the microwave. I had asked my sister because she make mine while I'm in the shower. She couldn't because she was already tired because she had came home from school, whatever, and she got home late. So then my brother was like, oh, I'm finna make me another burger. I was like, oh, since you're about to make another burger, can you make mine, please? Because I'm about to take a shower. And he was like, no, everybody made their burgers already. All I had to do was fix it and everybody else can make their own burger. I was like, I always do stuff for you. Like, I literally brought you pizza yesterday and I didn't want to give my pizza away. My brother came to my door like 6 times when I had a box of pizza and I ate all day. 6 times. And I still wound up giving him the pizza even after I told him no. Every time I got food or anything, I still give it to him or save him something. Every time. And all I asked him was, could he like just make my burger? All you do is put lettuce on there. And I was going to take a shower. So he was like, no, everybody make. I was like, after all I do for you, I literally gave you food, this and that. And like, all I'm asking you to do this. And we got into a heated argument. Both of us was yelling back and forth. I was cussing. He was cussing and stuff like that. And then I go into the bathroom because I was about to take a shower because I just got off of work, as I proudly said. I had just got off of work. And I was like, can you make it? He was like, nah, I'm not making it, blah, blah, blah. So then as I was in the room, I heard him say, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it, but I'm done. And then once I heard that, I'm like, he's saying he's done, but after all the times I do for you, that I don't even do that to you at all. Like, why are you changing up on me? And both of us was about to get kicked out. I would have to find a way to stack up money to help him come live with me and all types of my mom, me and my brother is apparently like the black sheep in the house. And it's more sad to me because me and his relationship was like this, and for him to like do this to my face, yeah. So as I was stating, we both were yelling, bickering back and forth and stuff like that. Because the video keeps cutting it off, y'all. I might not have no space on my phone. We're both yelling back and forth, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm done after I've done this. And once I heard that, I flipped because I'm in the bathroom flip. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make nothing for you. I said, I'm done with you. You don't got to make my no more, blah, blah, blah. I don't even want you to make my because after you saying all this, at this point, don't even make my stuff no more. Like, you good for it. He heard me saying all of this. He's talking about, oh, you just doing this in front of a guy on the phone. Bro, I was already asking you, and we both was already yelling. So it had nothing to do with nobody on the phone. I always have other people on the phone so that they can see how I get treated in the house. So then, and plus I walked home. That's why the person also was on the phone, because every time I get off of work, I walk home. I walk 20, 30 minutes home because I don't have a car yet, whatever. So I hear him in the kitchen was like, you know what? You can make your own, and I'm eating yours. And I was like, don't touch mine. I literally just said that I will make it myself. You're good. We both yelling still. I'm like, I will make it myself, blah, blah. You're good. So I get out the room because now he's talking about, yeah, I got your burger. Yeah, I got your burger. I'm like, look, don't touch my stuff. I literally said I will make it myself, blah, blah, blah. I told him I will make it myself, and he's still getting mad. My little brother was like, that is kind of petty, because I literally did say I'll make it myself. So I go out into the front room. He was like, oh yeah, that's why he's fixing my burger up to eat it. And I'm like, nah, do not do that. So I try to grab the first plate. My little brother was like, oh, that's petty, blah, blah, blah. So I try to grab the first burger. I grabbed the first one because I'm looking like, that's my burger, blah, blah, blah. Why are you like trying to make it? I was like, that's my burger. Why are you trying to make it? Blah, 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 y'all. And stuff like that. So I tried to grab the first burger. I grabbed the first burger. Then he was like, I got the second one. Try to grab the second one. I had knocked the buns out his hand. But I tried to grab the burger. He had pushed me on the ground. And I think he had blacked out. He was like, nah, F this. And he had hit me in the eye. Y'all, I did want to call in the police on my brother. But then I had told them not to come because I had thought about it. I'm like, yeah, that is my little brother. Blah, blah, blah. I know he has anger issues and stuff like that. That does not give him the right to put his hands on me and stuff like that. None of that gives him the right. We spoke like 2 days later prior, because like that video was like 2 days ago. We spoke prior. He apologized. He said he didn't mean for it to go that far. We have our understanding. We just have to be distance away from each other. I still got love for my brother. Always will have love for my brother. But that is what happened, y'all. My mom did not hit me in the eye, point blank. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of didn't want to post what my brother did to my eye because, like I said, we both talked now about the situation when I was getting my stuff, and he apologized. He said, I still love you and stuff like that. I apologize for hitting you. He didn't mean to go that far, and he blacked out. Like I said, I still love my brother, point blank.
I'm sorry, what? This whole grown man hit his sister so hard, she looked like she got jumped by the Hamburglar, and it was over a burger? Not even a good burger. A microwave burger that was already made and sitting in the microwave waiting for her. She just asked him to add lettuce while she showered after working a double shift. And he said everybody made their own, like they're in a communist cafeteria. Sir, the McDonald's dollar menu exists. The violence was not necessary. The one time she asks for help, he blacks out and commits assault over ground beef. The cow was already dead. You didn't have to make it a double homicide. But here's where it gets even sadder. Because this family has been through hell. And none of them know how to process it without hurting each other.
And y'all, the main reason, I understand, I still love my mom to this, like, down bad, even though she did me dirty. This is not like the first time she done did me dirty, but this is like the actual, like, the worst of the worst. I done got cops called on me, got kicked out. Yes, because sometimes I do be like drinking, because my emotions, like, I can't express myself to my mother because she only cares about, like, it's never like you can express yourself. Like, if it's not sitting right with her, it's not gonna sit right with her, period. Like, you can say how you feel all day, all night. If it doesn't sit right with her, it's not gonna sit right with her. At the end of the day, I still love my mom, even after all the bull crap, after all the stuff, after all the sending the cops on me, after kicking me out, putting me on the streets multiple times. I still love my mom down bad. Because the only thing I really wanted was a relationship with my mother, because I do not have my father at all. My father committed, after he shot my mom, 9 times. And stuff like that. Like, I really, she doesn't even want me in the house no more. She said she's gonna cut me off the insurance policy. She's gonna cut my phone off. There's a lot. Like, I don't know what more could I take as a human being. I didn't try to off myself multiple times living in that household, and now it's just about time to go. Like, it didn't got to the point where I can't stay no more, and that's fine. My god sister came and got me. I would do a big story time, like, when everything's down, but I'm gonna answer some of you guys' questions. Like, literally, she didn't even check on my eye. Like, that's what I really would thought. She came in the house and say, oh, your brother really did this to you, blah, blah, blah. She asked my brother and he explained, blah, 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 whatever. She didn't check on my eye. I'm trying to figure out how we go from my eye to a nigga that I left in 2024. Like, that's what I'm not understanding. I left the person in 2024, and every argument we get, you bring him up. Like, that's weird to me. My god sister came and got me yesterday. I still gotta pack all my stuff and stuff like that. A lot of my family members, some of my family members are really upset because I did post the video, blah, blah, blah. That they're actually sending threats, messages to me talking about, oh, you better take that video down and clear your mom's name type stuff. Y'all, it's deeper than what you guys really think. Like, I understand my mom did go through a lot. 11 years ago, my dad did commit blah, you already know. And then before he did that, he did pow my mom 9 times. So I understand maybe she's still going through that. She literally said, I remind her of my father, blah, blah, blah. Me and my brother are the black sheeps in the house. Yes, we are. Like, at the end of the day, it's really sad. Like, I wouldn't think my mom would do me like that, but at the end of the day, like, that's all she kept bringing up. even though she did all that and I was still talking to the guy afterwards, we were still talking, I had cut him completely off and stuff like that. My mom continues to bring up this guy's name every argument we get. Every argument we get, she'll say, oh, he wanted to mess on your mom. He wanted to F on your mom. He wanted this and this and that. It's like she really trying to one up on me, but we don't never have to be talking about this situation, or it could be any other situation, but she'll bring him up. Bring him up. Like, this is sad. Like, at the end of the day, like, I even said in the video, I don't care who he chose. At the end of the day, I'm caring about who you chose.
Okay, so now we understand why this family is so broken. Her father shot her mother 9 times, then took his own life. Kawai was a child when this happened. She grew up watching her mama survive that trauma, and now mama tells her, "You remind me of your father." That's devastating. Mama's been through hell, but she's taking it out on the kids who had nothing to do with it. And every single argument, Mama brings up this man. He wanted me, he wants to F on your mum. Like she's trying to one-up her own daughter. That's not healing. That's repeating cycles of choosing men over your children's safety. Kawai said, "The only thing I really wanted was a relationship with my mother, because I don't have my father." She's been kicked out multiple times, had the cops called on her, and she's still saying, "I love my mum down bad." That's not dysfunction, that's trauma bonding. But watch what happened when Kawai posted that video of Mama saying, "He wanted me, not you."
Y'all, apparently since the video has gone viral, I have gotten threat messages from my own family members because they want me to take that video down and clear my mother's name. Like, I didn't bash my mom. I didn't do none of that. I literally just recorded what she said to me. And now they're mad about the whole situation. Talk about you need to take the video down. If I take the video down, it already looks stupid because more than one person have seen this video. And yeah. So I'm not taking the video down, y'all. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, me getting threatened and threat messages and all types of stuff from my own family member because they want me to take the video down. I don't even know if they actually heard what my mother actually said to me. But at the end of the day, I'm not taking this video down. I'm sorry. Not only that, because I'm getting threat messages and stuff like that, that's gonna make me want to keep the video up even more. Like, why would I take it down because you threatening me? No. Y'all, I will do a separate video later, but I'm packing because she wants me out because she's seen the video. And because the video has been going viral and my aunties and uncles seen the video, they're also mad because they're mad at me. They're mad at me because they saying that I'm disrespectful for posting the video and stuff like that. Like, yeah, they're mad at me about the video because basically it's making her look bad, blah, blah, blah. And she wants me out. And she wants no contact with me. So I will let do your whole story time probably later this week while I figure out everything. And y'all notice I never tagged my mother at all. I never bashed her in the comments. I literally said that I was wrong as well. And some of the stuff I said, and I apologize, blah, blah, blah. But still, our argument was never about the guy. It was supposed to be about my eyes. She brung up the man. So yeah, we left that in 2024. She brung it up.
So let me get this straight. Kawai posts a video of her mama's actual words, not edited, not taken out of context, just what mama said. And the whole family turns on her. They're sending death threats, telling her to take it down, saying she's disrespectful for making mama look bad. Baby, mama made herself look bad by saying those words. You can't rob a bank on camera and then get mad at the camera for filming. And notice how they're not mad at mama for betraying her child, not mad at the brother for assault, not mad at the man for playing family members against each other. They're mad at Kawai for telling the truth. That tells you everything about this family. They'd rather protect their image than protect their most vulnerable member. Now here's where I need you all to sound off in the comments, because this is where it gets controversial. Some of y'all are gonna say, well, the daughter shouldn't have given her the number in the first place. And you're right, she shouldn't have. She made a bad choice trusting her mama and this man. But does that give mama a pass to compete with her child? Does making one mistake mean you deserve to be betrayed by your own mother? And let's talk about mama for a second. Her husband shot her 9 times and took his own life. She's raising kids alone. She's traumatized. She probably hasn't felt desired in years. So when some young man starts gassing her up, telling her she's beautiful, she falls for it. I get it. But here's my question. At what point does your pain stop being an excuse to hurt your children? Because Kawai didn't shoot her. Kawai didn't abandon her. Kawai was the one begging for a relationship with her mama. And mama chose a man who also wanted her daughter. So drop your take in the comments. Is Kawai wrong for posting the video? Is mama wrong for choosing the man? Is the family wrong for sending threats instead of getting mama some therapy? Because personally, I think everybody's wrong, except the god sister who came and got her. She's the only one who passed the assignment. And one more thing before we go. Kawai said she still loves her mama down bad even after all this. That's the saddest part. She's homeless, traumatized, getting death threats from her own family, and she still wants her mama's love. If that doesn't break your heart, check your pulse, because you might be dead. This girl deserves better. She deserves a family that protects her instead of punishing her for speaking up. And I hope she finds her peace, even if it has to come from chosen family instead of blood.